I approach this work, as Leslie mentioned in my bio, as a convert to Islam. I grew up uh, within a Christian tradition. I'm constant, even today. I'm still very inspired by that tradition. By what I learned and what I was taught as I was growing up. By family members, of course, right? So I approach this conversation as very much an advocate for interfaith, right, education, but also cooperation. Right? As a Muslim, I guess being familiar with at least one other faith tradition, I'm a big believer in that we have more that connect us than divide us, right? Especially today when we're fighting, when we're faced with so many challenges when it comes to, racism or, economic inequality, you know, war, foreign policy, all that kind of stuff. We have so much that unites us and motivates us to work together to achieve, more justice in the world around us. But really, this is just an introduction to what it means to be Muslim. Islamic Resource Group, we're just a local nonprofit. We've been around for over 20 years now. We really believe that, we can make the world a better place if we just learn about each other, connect with each other, and again, learn how we can cooperate, right? So that's kind of our driving philosophy. I want to share the greeting with you all that Muslims around the world use. So there's roughly 1.8 billion Muslims in the world today. Most Muslims do not speak Arabic, but all Muslims will learn a little bit of Arabic. So no matter what language a Muslim speaks, or even two Muslims, when they meet each other, even if they don't have a common language, all Muslims know how to greet each other in the Arabic language. And you can see on the bottom left in English letters there is Salam Alaikum, which means peace be with you. Kind of everybody in the Arabic speaking world, Muslim or otherwise, will use the same expression, Salam Alaikum, when they greet each other. So I'd like to offer this to you all, first of all, as an icebreaker. If you have Muslim friends or colleagues or students or neighbors or, what have you, this is a very warm, welcome way to greet Muslim friends or acquaintances that you might have. You can always say Salam Alaikum to a Muslim. And again, like I said, to reiterate, right, it's not, doesn't mean you're masquerading as a Muslim or appropriating culture. It's just a very warm, welcome way to greet a Muslim when you see them. Salam Alaikum. The short way of saying this, if you can't remember the whole thing, just say Salam. Salam is the Arabic word for peace, which leads me to the second reason why we like to share that word, that expression with you, is because that word salam, peace in Arabic, is how we get the word Islam. In English, of course, Islam, right? It's the name of the religion that Muslims follow. But personally, Muslims believe in a loving, merciful God who wants good things for us, each of us individually, but humanity as a whole. Is that if we do what God wants us to do, if we obey God's will, we will find peace, right, for ourselves and also for our communities. That's kind of what the idea of Islam means for Muslims. This idea of finding peace by obeying God's will. Again, when we talk about connection, what is God's will? From the Muslim perspective, one great example of what is God's will would be the Ten Commandments. So Muslims believe, and if the holy text of Islam, the Quran, tells Muslims that God spoke to Moses, lead your people out of slavery as they were traveling to the promised land. Muslims believe that Moses went to the top of a mountain and spoke to God, and God gave Moses 10 commandments as guidance for how his community should live their lives. Right? And again, something that connects Muslims with the previous monotheistic traditions or the previous Abrahamic traditions.